About 16 months ago, two clients come to our office seeking assistance on employment issues. They were essentially being trafficked into the United States to be special ed teachers or math and science teachers or English teachers. The minute that they landed into the United States, they found out that there was no job waiting for them. From the original two clients that came to us, we met 46 teachers. And at the end of the process, we have to say, hold on a minute, we don't have enough resources to help you. So the grant will actually help basically to support the staff needed to provide legal assistance for this group of teachers.
I, in particular, work at the Domestic Violence Intake Center in Southeast, which has been established for a number of years. Because of this grant, there's now a Domestic Violence Intake Center in Northwest. At the Domestic Violence Intake Center, not only can we talk to them about their legal rights before they get a temporary protection order, but we can also give them legal advice and put them in contact with other organizations that can help them.
Break the Cycle provides a range of holistic legal services for survivors ages 12 to 24 in the District of Columbia. We work on cases of dating violence, sexual assault, and stalking. We are very honored and very happy to have the support of the Women's Bar Association Foundation. It will allow us to continue to provide holistic legal services to survivors, but it will also allow us to expand the reach of our services, such as by going into schools and local community organizations that also serve young people, so that we can expand the reach of our services and meet young people where they are and better serve them.
So Bedford, the city, really originated as two organizations, primarily a food pantry and a medical clinic. This is our second year receiving this grant, which is really exciting to feel our work be validated in that way. And it helps fund attorneys representing survivors of domestic violence in both family law cases and protection order cases. The benefit of being housed in an organization like Bedford the City is we don't have to do any outreach. Our clients are already there, and we're just providing them a service that they already needed.
Our clients are primarily domestic violence survivors. Our practice has expanded enormously because the need for lawyers to represent domestic violence survivors is just enormous. We also have a newly opened walk-in legal advice clinic for domestic violence survivors. So we have clients coming into the clinic who are also seeking legal help. And then with that increased caseload comes additional data management, support services, all litigation costs. So for example, we pay for process servers to try to locate respondents and serve them with court papers, and that's very expensive. So the more clients we take, the more litigation costs we have. So the grant helps us to, support our domestic violence practice area in all of those ways.
Ms. W is a single, disabled young mother of a toddler. And after struggling mightily, she finally achieved enough stability so that she could get her first apartment. After she moved in, she discovered that there were noxious fumes coming into the apartment, that it was infested with rats, that the door downstairs didn't lock, and so there were squatters in her entryway. With this grant, we will be able to reach and represent more women who live in the kinds of circumstances like Ms. W. We will be able to represent them in housing conditions court and force landlords who will not do it on their own to provide them with the fundamental necessity of life, a fundamental right to safe shelter.
We are a national organization, but we have about half of our work is DC focused because we're here and we're very committed to the District of Columbia. And when we have the funds, we like to have a full-time staff attorney whose main focus is the District of Columbia. We work with all the local DV providers, both training them and giving them resources to help them litigate their cases strongly, and then being there when things go south in their cases and they need an appeal. So the grant from the Women's Bar Association Foundation is really important to us because it really helps support all of that work that we do in the District of Columbia. And I do like to say that we are very proud of this support from this organization because our work is very much about women and children, but it's very, very legal. And a lot of grant organizations don't fully get it's sort of complex and legal, And the Women's Bar Association Foundation is obviously very comfortable with both the women's issues and the legal issues, and so it's a perfect partnership for us.